Good morning, students. In the last classes, we discussed about the 1D array, how to create 1D array, and related program. And 2D array, what is 2D array, how to create 2D array. In today's class, we are going to discuss a program related to 2D array. In this program, we are going to learn how to read elements into the 2D array and how to display those elements on the screen. That is nothing but traversing of the 2D array. So as we discussed in the previous classes related to 1D array, how to read the elements into the 1D array and how to display those elements on the screen. In the same way, here also in this program, we are going to discuss how to read elements into the 2D array and how to display those elements on the screen. If you observe here, so here the name of the class I have taken as 2D. 2D is the name of the class. This is the main method. So here I have used the scanner class. Hence I am using scanner class. So this class is available in java.util package. Hence I have written this statement here. So why have I have written this import statement, that is import java.util, because in this program I am using scanner class. That's why I have written this import statement here. Right? Scanner sc is equal to new scanner of system.in. So this is how to create an object to the scanner class, and then I am connecting it with the keyboard with the help of this statement system.in. Right? Next, enter rows and columns. This is the message shown on the screen. So it will ask to enter number of rows and number of columns you require in your 2D array, right? So whenever you enter rows and columns, it will be stored in variable R. Number of rows will be stored in R and number of columns will be stored in C. These are the two variables. The name of this variable is R. The name of this variable is C. This R variable stores number of rows and C variable stores number of columns. Right? Sc dot next int. Next int is the method available in scanner class. This method is used to read an integer value from the keyboard. Whenever you enter a value from the keyword, that particular value will be stored in that R and C variables. This method is used to read the element from the keyboard, that is integer element. If you want to read the float, you have to write next float. If you want to read the double, next double. If you want to read the string, you have to write next method. Like this different methods are available in the scanner to read the data from the keyboard, right? Next, so next one here in this statement, so this is the name of the array we are creating. The name of that array is ARR, new int or C. It means here declaration is done and instantiation both are done. We are declaring the array and at the same time we are allotting the memory. Whatever the value you enter here as rows, that will be comes here, right? If you enter 3, so what the array you are going to create is having 3 rows. If you enter 4 as C value, 1 minute, okay, so C means number of columns. So if you enter 3 rows, 3 columns, then the array you are going to create is capable of storing 9 elements, 3 rows, 3 columns. If you enter 2 and 3, then the array you are going to create is capable of storing 6 elements. 2 rows, 3 columns. 2 into 3, 6 elements. Right? So first up to here, what we have done, we have created the array. We have declared the array. The name of that array is ARR. It is of type integer, and the size of this array is this one. Whatever, it depends on the value you entered through the keyboard. Right? So this is what we have done. Next, after creating the array, you just created the array. You have not entered any elements in that array. So to enter the elements in that array, we have written this loop, for loop. Right? So first you have to enter the elements in the first row, and then second row, and then third row. Right? So here we have taken the two variables, one is I, another one is j. So this represents a row and this represents the column. Right? For example, if I take 2 by 2 row, 2 by 2 row like this, this is 2 by 2 row. It means it contains 2 rows and 2 columns. Row index starts from 0, column index also starts from 0, right? Like this. So here first I value is 0. I said that I is related to row, right? First we have to enter this, we have to fill this row, and then you have to shift to the second row, right? Initially I value is 0, I is equal to 0, right? Next, after initialization, we check the condition. 0 is less than R. R means number of rows. How many rows are there? 1, 2. 2 rows we have entered. Here the value we entered is 2 for R. For C also 2. It means 2 by 2. Right? So R value is 2. 0 is less than 2. Condition true. 0 is less than 2 means condition is true. Condition is true, right? If condition is true, then we enter into the loop. If condition is false, we come out of the loop. That is what the nature of for loop, right? Working of for loop. So here condition is true, so we enter into the loop. Here again we are having another loop. If a loop contains another loop, it is known as nested loop, right? We already know this one. So next here in the inner for loop, here another variable is declared, that is j, and value also initialized with 0 in j variable. So here j variable contains 0, right? Again condition check. 0 is less than, how many columns are there? 1, 2. 0 is less than 2. Condition is true. If condition is true, we enter into the loop, right? Here ARR of ij. ARR is the name of the array. I value and j value. If you observe here, I value is 0 and j value is also 0. ARR of 0, 0. It means which location? This one. Na? This is row index, column index. Here value will be entered. So to enter the value through the keyboard, we use this statement. We know this one. So for example, I have entered 10 here, 10 here. Then that value will be stored in this location. That is ARR of 0, 0. So this location, 10 will be stored here. Right? So here with the help of this for loop, we are entering the elements into the 2D array. Up to here, we just created the array, but we have not initialized the any elements. So here with the help of for loop, we are initializing the elements into the array. Right. So first element is entered. Next here also you have to enter, right? Once condition is true, this statement will be executed. After j value will be incremented, then j already contains 0. Now after increment j becomes 1, right? J becomes 1. Again condition will be checked. Then 1 is less than 2. Again condition is true. If condition is true, we enter into the loop. Here AR of ij. Here I value is 0. There is no change. J value is 1. What is J value? 1. 0, 1. 0, 1 means this location. Na? This is row index and column index. This location. Here the value will be entered. Whatever the value you enter, that value will be stored here. For example, I have entered 20 here. Through keyboard, I have entered 20. That value will be stored in this particular location. Right. So again j value will be incremented. Then j becomes what? 2. J becomes 2. Right. Again condition will be checked. 2 is less than 2. 2 is less than 2. Condition false. 2 is less than 2 means condition false. Once condition is false, we come out of this inner for loop, not from outer loop. We come out of this inner for loop. Then now this I value will be incremented. Here I value is 0, no? Now it becomes I is equal to 1. Now I becomes 1. So up to now we work on this row. After incrementation of I value, now we work on this row, right? That's why I said that this I value is related to row and this j value is related to columns, right? So I is equal to 1. Once I is equal to 1, we have to check the condition. That is 1 is less than 1 is less than, what is R value? What is R value? Number of rows 2. 1 is less than 2, right? Condition true. 1 is less than 2, condition true. So we enter into the loop. Here condition is true, so we enter into the loop. Here j value is 0. Again j value will be initialized with 0. Now condition will be checked. 0 is less than 2. It is also true, condition 2. Then we enter into the loop. Here a of ij. Now I value is 1. J value is 0. Right. I value is 1. J value is 0. 1 0. 1 0 means this location. Row number is 1. Column here. In this location the value will be entered. For example, I have entered the 30. Right. Next j value will be incremented. Then it becomes j is equal to 1. Right. Again condition will be checked. 1 is less than 2. Condition true. Again we enter into the loop. This time the I value is 1. I value is 1 and j value is 1. 1 1. So this is the location where the entered value will be stored. 1 1 means here, this location. So here, for example, I have entered through the keyboard 40, then that value will be stored here. Again j value will be incremented, then it becomes 2. 2 is less than 2, it means condition false. Then we come out of this inner loop. Come out of this inner loop. Then again now I value will be incremented. Then I becomes 2. Then I becomes 2. Right. So now condition will be checked. So 2 less than 2. 2 less than 2 means condition is false. 2 less than 2 means condition is false. If the condition is false, we come out of the outer loop. Now we come out of the outer loop. Right. Once we come out of the outer loop, if you observe the created 2D array is filled with elements. Is filled with elements. So up to here, what we have done, we read the elements into the 2D array. So up to here we just created the array. Up to here we just created the array. So in this part, with the help of nested for loops, we entered the elements into the 2D array. Right? So now we have just read the elements. Now the task is to display those elements. So to display the elements, again we are using the for loop, that is nested for loops, right? So here we read the element. Here the same procedure we follow, but what we are doing here, in the place of this statement, we have written the SOP statement. Just we are displaying the element. First we display this element, 10 will be displayed on the keyboard, sorry, on the monitor. Next this 20 will be displayed, right? This 20 will be displayed, right? Once this loop, we come out of this loop, we come out of this inner for loop, there is another SOP statement with new line means now the printing will start from here, not here, not here. The printing will start from next line here. So now the next element is 30, right? So 30 will be printed here, and then 40 will be printed, right? In this way, with the help of two for loops, it means this is one set of for loop and this is another set of for loop. This for loop is used to read the elements into the array, and this for loop is used to display those elements on the monitor, right? So if you observe here, I have pasted the screenshot after execution of this program. So I have just, if you observe here, the statement enter rows and columns. So I have entered 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows, 2 columns. This 2 will be stored in R and this 2 will be stored in C. These variables, right? Next, enter elements in the matrix. So hence it is 2 rows and 2 columns. The capacity or size of that array is 2 into 2, 4. You have to enter only 4 elements. That's why I have entered 4 elements. So just I have entered the elements. Now display elements. So to display the elements, so I have used this for loop. No? So elements of the array are whatever the elements you entered, which are displayed like this. First 12, 34 are related to first row, and second row elements are displayed in the second line because of this SOP statement. Because of this SOP statement, right? So this is what the explanation of 2D array, how to read the elements into the 2D array and how to display those elements on the screen, right? Thank you.